Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another day of Frizzmas. This is day 12. And guess who I found, y'all? Gingy. So I was getting ready to put up the tree because I got a fake tree last year for the first time. And I opened the bag and my sister came over, they're here now, and she's like, why is that bag so big? And I'm like, I don't know. All my Christmas pillows, my snuggle pillow was in there. Oh, and then there was Gingy. I love me some Gingy, y'all. So he gonna be in the background from now on. But today we're talking about the Fatally Yours collection by Melt Cosmetics and Bailey Sarian. So if you want to hear all about it and see 3 looks, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? We're gonna cut right to the chase today, y'all, because I'm not trying to hold y'all. The videos are super long lately, and you know, this is the holiday season. I know people have things to do. Now, my girl Bailey, well, she's not my girl, but Bailey Sarian, I do really like her. Actually, my first mimosas and makeup video was with her palette by Estate Cosmetics. So that collection really didn't seem Bailey, but this one did, or this one does. And this collection with Melt seems so organic and so natural because she just has that Melt aesthetic. So I was really happy to see that this collection finally happened. I think it had a great theme, Fatally Yours. It's got the signature plaid, got her eyes on it. And with it being Fatally Yours, we have...
Is the food almost here?
Not that outfit.
Look at Brian.
Look at Brian, y'all. Look how big.
You passed.
Remember Brian from the old videos, my old Frizzmas fam? Yeah. Look how big he is. Yeah. And where's River? And look at River. Hi. Freaking bot.
Freaking bot.
Okay. So this was just a perfect collab. And I didn't get everything, but I got the palette. I got 2 of the 4 lipsticks and 1 of the eyeliners. So I'm gonna swatch everything now. This palette to me is just totally Bailey Sarian's vibe. And with it being Fatally Yours, I love that she had the idea of naming all of the shades after poisons. I just thought that was very clever. Let me show it to you up close and personal. Look how beautiful that is. All mattes. She wanted an all matte palette. Didn't anyone tell you this was an all matte party? Sorry, that's corny. Look at that, beautiful. We have the Make Good Choices on the back, which is what she always says at the end of her videos. And then when you open the palette, you do have her eyes here. This collection is beautifully done. I got 2 of the lipsticks. Let me just show you those first, just since they're right here. I got the shades Nutmeg and I got Hemlock. These are ultra mattes. And the lipsticks are beautiful. I will show them up close when I use them, but they still, you can see the plaid. But I don't know if you can see her lips on the edge of the bullet. No, you can't. So that's Nutmeg. And then we also have Hemlock. Beautiful shades, beautiful gowns, really, really pretty shades. So let's get into the swatches and then we'll get into the looks. Now, you know, there was a bag, there's a lip trio, there are some glitter pots. I just skipped on all of that and I'm gonna be cutting back, y'all. I have to, but I just thought this was gonna be worth having. So there's that. So let's start with these swatches. Let's do arsenic, cyanide, and thallium. And while I'm doing this, I just want to say, Melt has always been a brand I've just loved. I love the aesthetic. I love the artistry. I really love it. The execution doesn't always happen. Sometimes it does. It can be really hit or miss. These are the first 3 shades. We have Mercury, Sarin, and Phosgene. Bailey did a great job picking out this color story. This is so Melt and it's so Bailey. Mic came off, sorry. So we have ricin, kerosene, strychnine, and lead. Y'all about to hear a whole bunch of noise looking at this palette. Yep, told you. So there's the whole palette. And I will say that this is unique. It's different. It's everything I think a Bailey Sarian palette would look like. I was looking for the outer box to see if this was a pressed pigment palette or was it eyeshadow, but unfortunately the box is not available. The pot I got is in the shade Nightshade, and this can be used as a gel liner. It's called a Ultra Matte Gel Liner, and you could also use it as an eyeshadow base. This is what it looks like, and there it is. I'm gonna zoom in, and it's this deep purple, but it's got like this blue tone to it as well. I didn't get onyx. I didn't need a black one. I don't use these that much, although I do think they're really cool products. So now that you have seen the palette and the swatches, the lipstick swatches, I will be back at the end to give you my final thoughts. So usually when I'm doing my first look, I haven't touched the palette. Sometimes I haven't looked at the palette. I literally just looked at it before I sat down here. It's pristine. I'm gonna show it to you pristine because it's not gonna be pristine when I swatch it, y'all. So let me just show it to you right now. Okay, you see you got Bailey's plaid there. This is phenomenal. I think it really is. So we are gonna get into some looks. I'm just gonna be playing around today. I haven't thought this through. I don't even know what to let's just get into it. Look at Bailey's eyes here. Cover, beautiful. And I'm gonna put one of the lipsticks on with this palette. We're gonna go, I'm just gonna start with the uncomfortable side, which is this side. That's what we're gonna go ahead and do. And we're gonna see what we get with this palette, you guys. Now, what I'm expecting, I was gonna say I'm expecting that the mattes are matting, but they're all mattes. So I definitely expect that from Melt, and they have been pretty consistent with that. Let's start with, oh God, I don't know how to pronounce these.
Strychnine.
Strychnine, okay. That wasn't really that hard. On my face, I'm wearing Denona Myricks Yummy Skin Foundation, and I'm wearing the Hourglass Snake Palette for bronzer and blush. And my lips are just, it's natural faded. This is a BK Beauty A502 brush. And I think normally I go with something a little more diffuse, and I might, but we're gonna start with this. I'm just gonna be putting this on the outer corner. Very pigmented, really pretty color, unique. All right, next is Kerosene. Going to take a more diffusing blender brush, the shade that's already starting on the edges. So you see how Kerosene just takes strychnine and just, it makes it so much more blendable, and it makes so much more of a gradient with that shade. And I'm just really just tapping it, so you see, you can still see the plaid print. It's not something that's coming right off, you know, because that's disappointing. I mean, I know we can't save the plaid print forever, but it'd be nice to save it through a few uses. Because remember the Chanel tweeds, how the shadow came like right off? Mess. I mean, not the shadow, but the embossing. Okay, this is a good start, but this really diffused, this really diffused out nice. But now I need to put the depth back, and I think I want to go into Sarian. And I have a BK Beauty A503 brush. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I am not a pro when it comes to all matte looks, so I am really experimenting here. I have no idea, because then all this is going to be a matte, and I'm just used to using shimmers, you know, when it comes to the lid. So this is going to be really interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay, I feel so stumped about what to do. I'm going to the lower lash line just because I'm scared. I'm going into strychnine and kerosene, the light blue and the deep blue, and we're just going underneath the lower lash line, and then hopefully I'll get some inspo as far as what to do for the lid. Okay, because I like that. You know what I'm wondering is, what would it look like if we used the pot on the lid? So here's Nightshade. It's really pretty. I'm gonna take this brush from MSQ, and I really like these pots. I don't use them a lot, but I really like the consistency, and I love how much product they put in here. And let's just see what happens. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be so deep and vampy. I'm gonna go back into Kerosene, which is our lighter blue shade, and put it on the outer edges of Nightshade. Oh, I like it now. I like it now. Okay. I was scared. And then I'm going to go to Arsenic for the inner corner highlight. Let's just see. It's not really a popping inner corner highlight, but that's what I'm going to do. All right. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay. Before I do the liner and the lashes, let's put the lip on. The first thing I wanted you all to see was the size of the new lippies compared to the older ones, but that the bullets are still the same size. I'm trying to, yeah, this is pretty much full. This is Frisky, which is still a shade that Melt has. And I'm gonna be doing Nutmeg with this, but the bullets are pretty much the same size. You know, Frisky is a little older, so I did use it, but it's something with the packaging that they've been able to make the bullet smaller, or the actual component. All right, so there's the lipstick, and I'm hoping you can see Bailey's lips. You can see her piercing on it. It's very, very detailed, because that might be gone. After this, I have this liner right here that I think will work. Oh, this is Rare Beauty. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and try out Nutmeg. It's definitely a drier formula. Now I feel good. I was like, I don't know what in the world I'm gonna do with this palette. All right, let me get on my liner and mascara, and I will let you know my thoughts about look number 1. All right, y'all, here's look number 1. I was scared. I'm letting y'all know. I was like, I don't know what this is gonna look like. I am afraid, but there was no need, because that Nightshade pot saved the day. So I am really thrilled to have this all matte palette. It's really on me to figure out the color story, but this is like, whoo, like you can't even barely see my eyes are open. I used the Victoria Beckham liner in the shade Noir. Melt doesn't have a navy slick waterline pencil. I definitely could have used the rich brown shade. I think that would have looked really nice with this, because it would have picked up on the lip. As far as Nutmeg is nice. A little bit of a teeny bit of transfer, but this is the color I would wear all the time. I did use the Rare Beauty liner, but you don't really have to. I'm pleasantly surprised, and I started out with blue because I was like, you know, that's a tricky shade for me to use, but it always turns out good. Yes, okay. I'm so excited. I have no idea what I'm gonna do next, but we're gonna figure out something else, y'all. So let's get into look number 2. All right, we're back to do look number 2. I'm wearing my Denona Myricks foundation, so I'm just trying that out. And I've got on my Hourglass Snake palette, my Natasha Denona concealer, my Blends black lip oil I thought would be nice. And it's Monday morning, red, white, and blue day. And unfortunately, my look is not going to match my clothes, and that's totally fine. I'm a little stumped with where I want to go. And of course, I don't have time to be stumped. I'm going to go into Mercury with a blending brush. And these all matte looks really have me a little stumped as to how to attack them. And this white hoodie is making me nervous. I'm going to get makeup on it. I feel like with all matte looks, you have to approach them a little differently. And that's definitely something I am going to be learning about with this palette. Usually if I use something all matte, it's to complement shimmers, you know? Oh, so y'all, today I have a call with a personal trainer. Yeah, I think it's time. I gotta make some changes, and I think I'm working harder and not smarter, and I need help. You know, I sat down and, you know, just really thought about the amount of money I spend on makeup and some things that I want to afford. I think I can't, but I really probably can. It's just you have to flip-flop some things. And with everything that I bought from Black Friday, I'm like, Cara, like, you can do this. So I mean, yeah, I have to see what the cost is, but you know what I mean. It's a possibility that I can do it. So I'm gonna let y'all know how that goes. And that's really gonna, honestly, it's gonna force me to change. But I think this is something that I'm gonna really benefit from. I know. And so it's more about figuring out scheduling and things like that. So I'm hoping it goes well, and I hope the person is affordable. And I want to pick something a little brighter, a little more contrasting. And I think I'm gonna go with Phosgene. That's this here. He's in the doghouse, y'all. You did your prayer?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's that mean?
I feel better.
You do?
Yeah.
Because the way that you were acting, I was like, who is this guy? You gonna say hi to everybody?
Last night.
All right, so the goal right now is to soften this deep shade. And this is coming out really deep. This is super grungy. Oops, I think I went into the wrong shade, shoot. Oh, I went into the brown again. Oh my gosh, this is so deep. All right, this is really deep. Okay, don't look bad though. Let's go deeper with lead. Let's do it. We're gonna do it. Unless you're gonna do it. Take some of Mercury really fast. I just wanna see if we can see the difference here. Ooh, okay, this is deep. All right, let us go to the lower lash line. I'm gonna try to keep that a little lighter, and I'm gonna go into Phosgene again with a BK, with a What's Up Beauty brush. Again, you know, with Melt, I'm noticing that you can't use a whole lot of shades. You know, it's just, to me, the style that they have with their makeup is too much. So it's simple, but it's gonna be effective. And I do want a shimmery inner corner highlight, because this is so deep. I'm just gonna take my Natasha Denona Cranberry palette. I do have that sitting out, and I'm gonna go into this shade here. Now I do like the touch of Phosgene up at the top like that. I do like that. I just feel like this needs a pop of some type of shimmer. This palette might end up being more of a companion palette, I would say, for me, but I really like the choice of the colors. I don't dislike the color choices at all. It's just trying to figure out, for me, how to use them together. But this is very smoky, very mysterious. I like it with the black lip oil, actually, and it doesn't, it's not too contradictory with my red, white, and blue today. So, okay. I'm gonna find well, let me just stay on, because I think what I wanna do is use, if I can get it to go in the waterline good, this Camel shade from Natasha Denona. If I can get that to stay in the waterline, I think that'll be a nice contrast without using white, because I decided the last time I did white, I didn't like it anymore. Let me get my mascara. No. That's not even gold.
Oh, this?
Yep. My man.
My girl.
Ooh. You need to look in the mirror at that hair.
Hey, what's up? Can I get a number?
By August, no.
You got my phone on now.
Oh, y'all, so I found out, and I might be wrong still, but the way they decide on the virtual days is if we have 4 snow days, then we go virtual. So that's good. So they will give us some real snow days.
Can I wear a beanie to school?
A beanie?
Yeah.
Did I put a beanie out there?
No.
Okay, then no. I'm taking arsenic, actually. That's the lightest shade here. All right, this look number 2, y'all. I hope this is not disappointing, but I'm really experimenting with this. I actually,
7:15.
I know. I actually like this. Maybe not so much for work, but that's where I'm going. And I think the liner looks good with it, actually. So let me just put everything together. Ooh, yeah. See, you gotta see the whole look. Oh yeah, let me fix my hair. Okay. All right, y'all, this is look number 2. We're gonna do one more. I'm feeling this though. I'm feeling it. Scent of the day.
Scent of the day.
Sparkling lychee. Smelling like summer. All right, y'all, I'll be back with one more. We're back with look number 3. Let's do it. I was looking back at my footage of look number 2, and I actually did like it. I wasn't sure at first, but I liked the depth with that hint of mossy green, or it's not mossy, but this green kind of coming out of the top. I really like that. All right, let's see what we can do today. I am going to go into Thallium, this one right here. And this is a Sigma E37 brush. It's an all over blender. And the boys are fussing, just so you know. So I'm going to say these shades are coming out so much deeper to me than in the pan. Like, you see when you diffuse it out, it gets lighter. See right there? But like, if you build these up, wow. I think this palette really requires you to use the right tools, or else it is gonna look like it's possibly patchy. Melt shadows often require some finesse, especially the shimmers. I mean, usually not with the mattes, but look at that. See, that's what I see in the pan, not this. So that's kind of neat, actually, because you can possibly use the shades, one shade, you know, for transition and lid. Now next, I'm gonna take another blender. I'm gonna probably use this one from Glam Life. It's not dirty. We're gonna go into Arsenic here. Now, my next plan, and we're gonna see how this works, is to go into Cyanide. See, I think a palette like this, it's gonna be mostly like one and done. I'm going back into Thallium because I really like how it's almost like 2 shades in one, depending on how you build it up. See, so right in there, see, it's not looking really blended, and that's what I see. And I was thinking with this, it was gonna be real, I mean, it is kind of a fall look, but I was really looking for this crisp, like almost orange, and that's not how it's showing up. Well, not orange, but you know what I mean. The color's different. It's a lot different. I can't wait to look at some reviews to see how other people are wearing this palette, because I haven't seen anything yet, and I didn't even watch all of Bailey's video. I was like, I'm just gonna wait. Going back into Thallium again, just to kind of replace it here. All right, and then I want to go into Sarian, which is this. And you know, with the Gemini 2 palette, I kind of had the same issue, and these shades are clearly different. But in Gemini 2, you know, a lot of those shades are just, they're very similar. And I could not get them to show up differently on me. Like, to me, this looks almost black. It's not. I think that's the only frustrating thing for me. Like, I want the shades to look like they do in the pan. And they kind of don't when you're trying to use too many. See, this is getting a little messy. I'm gonna make it work, but it's getting messy. I think I'm gonna stop with the shades because I don't dislike it. It's just I'm not getting the variety. I'm not getting the variety that I want. Or maybe I am. You know, I need to go back and look at all 3 looks. I mean, I know they look different. I'm not saying that they don't. But I'm just saying, I feel like with this Sarian shade, I could have went and used a black, you know? They're all coming out kind of similar. I'm going into arsenic again on the outer edges. I think I did that with the last look. See, right in here is where it's a little, I don't know, muddy maybe. And it doesn't look, I mean, when I'm looking at it here, it doesn't look bad. I'm just trying to achieve a certain look, and I feel like because I keep blending it, I'm blending the colors away a little bit. Inner corner highlight is going with Cyanide, this mustard shade here. You didn't brush it, you have stuff all in it.
Ah!
Kerosene for the inner corner.
Kerosene.
You should really look at that. I don't like that.
What? You don't like what?
I don't like what I just put on my eyes. Ew, it's too dark.
Let me see your eye.
Bear with me. We had to make a change. I don't know what I thought I was doing.
You got stuff in your hair.
Okay. What does it look like?
You didn't brush your hair.
I did brush my hair.
There's stuff in it, and it's not even puffed.
Well, help me out. Are you just gonna look at?
August is getting the makeup ready.
No, I don't need anything on my hair. No, don't brush it. That's gonna make it super frizzy.
What do you want? No, I want to make it frizzy. I want your frizzy.
It is frizzy. Oh, it's too much.
No,
I'm already having a hard time here.
What did you want me to do to that?
I look like I just rolled around in some leaves and rubbed them on my eyes. Thank you. Okay, from here, we looking good from here. Damn. Taking rich brown.
Is it all done?
I don't know. Can you get the brush to Marky?
No. It's a back all done in your massage.
Oh, I am enjoying it. Thank you.
Do you want more?
Sure. Well, you know what? You should stop because we could probably hear it in the mic.
What?
The massage thing. You're so sweet. You'd be a good catch.
I get anything from my mom.
That is so nice. I would do anything.
Then
for
do
you.
the last part. I'm scared.
What we gonna do?
You know, talk again.
What are we gonna do? Okay. Right. I'm gonna have to. I was gonna try to do my intro and final thoughts, but I'm not gonna have time. I'm gonna come home from work and then do it, and then hopefully have everything edited up until that point. I really have to think about how I feel about this palette because I'm not sure. I need to think about this palette throughout the day. The jury is out, honey. All right, let's look at this up close, y'all. You can tell me, be honest, because my feelings are not hurt, okay? This is not my best work, y'all. But I don't know what else to do. I just don't. Maybe I need to practice with all matte looks. I don't know what I was about to do with that highlight in the inner corner. We have one more lipstick to try. And I want to tell y'all, and I knew this, so I don't even know why I'm surprised. Because Ultra Mattes, these are the same ones that were in the Amore Mary poses. Let's just look at that, because this is gonna be messed up when I show it in the intro. I should have showed them first. Too late. This is Hemlock.
Margie, don't turn the lights on.
We're gonna go into Sally Soft Honey, and then I'm gonna put Hemlock on, because my lips were about to run away. They were like, no girl, I don't know what you think you about to do with that. There is a difference between their, I want to say there's a difference between their mattes and, wait a minute, I swear they changed their formula from before, because this is Pink Heels. Pink Heels, it says Ultra Matte. Pink Heels doesn't feel like these new ones. I don't know what they did. Y'all know, I'm always rooting for Melt. I need y'all to know that, because during the day I gotta come up with my final thoughts. All right, that's Hemlock, but you know I had to put something on with it because my lips were like, girl, what? I was talking about in the Beyonce movie, there's a scene where, this isn't a spoiler, but they show some clips from Houston with Megan Thee Stallion. And you know, Megan Thee Stallion, she be doing them moves. I was like, my knee would have rolled off, okay? My knee would have said bye, both knees. Oh my God, both knees would have said bye. And they wouldn't have come back either. This is about to be messy because I put that Gucci stuff on. But y'all can see the color, which is really pretty. That matte was matting, I'll tell you that. Y'all gonna have to let me know. I know a lot of y'all got this palette. So I'm gonna be really curious to hear in the chat what y'all think. All right, let's just get the whole vibe, okay? So here's the look. It came together. I mean, I like the fade out into the yellow or the mustard color. I don't know what the lids look like though. Cause right in here, y'all give me some tips for all matte looks because I don't really do any beyond like a one and done. So let me go into my scent of the day. This is the Lost Library from Fantasy Cosmetica. It's like burning candle, beeswax, sandalwood. Is really nice. Nice sprayer too. Really nice. Look number 3 is in the books. Look number 3 is in the books, y'all. And I'll be back for my final thoughts on this collection. So y'all, this was a roller coaster ride. This was an emotional roller coaster for me. I started out with the first look feeling like, yes. I don't think I mentioned that the nightshade, it actually did end up creasing on me. Not as bad as a cream shadow that doesn't dry down with crease, but it did end up creasing. It wasn't bad, but it did. I really loved the first look though. I loved that deep lid with that gradient to the blue. I was really feeling that look. The second look, I was like, ooh, I'm not sure. I really liked how the, I thought it was a brown, maybe I used, but it was very deep, and then it faded up into the, I think it was cyanide shade, how you had that green peeking out over the depth. I was into that. But the blend just wasn't, and it might have been my error, so I don't know. I'm the matte, all matte looks, I'm telling you, I probably should do some more practice with them because that's just not my thing. But I loved the idea of having the green peeking out over the deep shade. I thought that was great. The look I did this morning, no. I started editing at lunch and I was like, this kind of looks a mess. Like it looked okay from afar, kind of. But then when I saw myself close my eyes, I'm like, oh girl, like I did not blend the light shade into the deeper shade very well. I felt like it started to muddy and look messy, and that made me sad. The lipstick was a little rough, y'all. It was rough on my lips, and I swear, I'm telling you, the old Melt lipstick I have was not like that, and it said ultra matte. So when they did that Amore Mary Posters lipstick, that's why I didn't wear those, and I thought maybe it was because, did those have glitters in it? I have my box down here, but I'm not even gonna deal with that today. But I was like, I can't wear these. These are super, like they're rough, they're tough, and not rough and tough, but like, I'm telling you, pink heels even has a sheen to it. Like it's not an ultra matte, and I can read. I swear it says ultra matte lipstick, but this is old packaging. Like I think that they changed it. I'm not gonna be able to wear those lipsticks alone because it was just pulling, and that made me sad. I'm just gonna have to maybe put a little balm on or something like that because I really like the colors. And the pot, I think I would stick with this more so as a liner or a base for shimmers and not using it as a single shadow. So, final thoughts. I think the collection was beautifully done. I don't think I would have changed a shade, a name, an idea. I don't think I would have changed anything because I like seeing the vision of creators. So there's nothing that I would do differently about the color story, the design, the packaging. All of it was perfectly done. It was just very aesthetically pleasing. I really liked it. But I think this palette needs a little bit of finesse. This is not a palette I'm going to do a grab and go look. To be honest with you, this palette is going to be more of a companion or a one and done. I really like the blue shade a lot, and it's the shade Kerosene. Love that. I mean, this with a strychnine, like a 1 and done or a 2 and done. That is it. This is how I felt about Gemini 2. You can't do a whole bunch like I did today. Today was too much, trying to mix 2-3 shades. It just did not go well. It muddied up, and you could not see the beauty of the shades. I do feel like the shades were diffusing out, like when I used, I think it was Thallium, and I was like, oh, you can see it's lighter. I don't know if it was lighter or if it was patchy. I'm not sure which one it was. I'm not sure if maybe I should use natural hair brushes, but the fact that I'm thinking about all of that lets me know that this is a palette that you have to sit down and kind of plan out how you're going to use it. Well, I have to sit down and kind of plan out how I'm going to use it. It's not going to be a palette where I'm just going to throw something together, I guess, unless I'm just going to use a shade by itself. As far as these pots, I would use these, as I said, as a liner, but not as a single shadow. I would have to put something on top of these because I don't like how it looks when my eyeshadow creases. And I don't think anybody likes that, but I think it's just, maybe I didn't put on enough, but it definitely dries down really, really nicely. And I think they make very unique liners if you choose to use them as that or as a base, like a base for a duochrome or something like that. I think it's gonna be great. All in all, I can't say that the collection is a fail. I think I just need to use it a little bit more. Now, I do have a few melt palettes that I can just use. Rust 27. Those are like, yes, those are it. Amore Mary Posters. I'm gonna pull that out again soon because I rave about that palette. And I don't know if it's because that palette was made in Italy. The formula is a little bit different, but that one has great mattes and shimmers. Those 3 palettes are the ones from Melt where I'm like, I can go to them. Some of the other ones I have from Melt, it's like, I really need to think about it. Gemini is even one where I don't really have any issues. I don't like the shimmers as much, but the mattes are fine. The mattes in Mary Jane are pretty good too, but I'm gonna have to go through my collection. I actually have my Melt collection packed up because that's the first one that I wanted to do a collection video of, because I have a lot of Melt and I'm always on their team. So give me a chance to play with this a little bit more. I'm really gonna have to, but right now I am a little bit on the fence of how I feel about it. Like I said, looks, design, 10 out of 10. But as far as me creating things, I think maybe I tried to do a little bit too much, especially with the last look. But the first and the second look turned out really nicely, and I think if I could perfect those, they'd be really, really awesome. So those are my final thoughts, and I hope that it helped if you were considering this collection. It might not have helped, and I'm sorry if it doesn't. I think I was expecting a lot, and I sometimes don't know what to say when things turn out a little bit differently. It's definitely exciting. It's definitely fun. Melt has been kind of up and down. It's been like this little roller coaster ride, and I want to see them back on top, and I hope that they will be. I want to say congratulations to Bailey Sarian for just designing such a beautiful collection, a collection that really represents, you know, who she is. I think that is really awesome, and I just love to see creators have their vision and their ideas come to life, and I just think that is such a beautiful thing, and I'm so happy for her, and I'm happy for Melt too. If you purchase anything from this collection, please let me know. Please let me know your thoughts. I can't wait to watch some reviews because I haven't watched any yet, and I'm just curious to see if I'm the only one that feels this way, or is it something that I was doing, you know, brush wise, technique wise, especially with doing an all matte look. I had to switch things up a little bit, so let me know what you think, and I'm gonna close this one out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for another day of FRIZZFACE. I hope this was therapy for you. You know it always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself, talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and you know I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Bye.